On today's episode, we have two special guests from our armed forces that are going to ask us a crowdfunding question.
Crowdfund Genius Take 1.
ZACBOB here from CrowdFund Genius Live. Thank you for joining us for another episode. We have a special episode today. We have two members from our armed services. They're going to come in and ask us a couple of crowdfunding questions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring them in. Vance? How's it going, Vance? First of all, thank you for your service.
Thanks, Zach.
So what is your crowdfunding question?
My crowdfunding question is, how long should I run a campaign for if I want to achieve $100,000?
So how long should your campaign be?
How long?
In order to make $100,000. That varies depending on campaign, it depends on product, it depends a lot on what you're crowdfunding. So let's say if you're crowdfunding, we'll say shoelaces, all right, or a new type of shoelaces or something along those lines. If you're crowdfunding a new type of shoelace, it all really goes into your pre-planning and the type of work that you're going to put in ahead of time, the work that you're putting in before you launch your campaign. It depends on your email list. How large have you built that email list to? How much kind of press or what type of press do you have that's going to cover your campaign and talk about your campaign? Have you put in the proper work, reaching out to these bloggers? $100,000 is an extremely ambitious goal. And what I would say to you first, one, don't set your crowdfunding goal at $100,000. If I was you, I would set it at a much smaller amount to try to overfund your campaign. And what overfunding is whenever you set your campaign goal low, knowing that you're purposely going to raise more money than that because the algorithm is in place. There's an algorithm in place that if you get within 100, or if you get close to your funding within the first 48 hours, then that Kickstarter or that Indiegogo algorithm is going to keep them in place. It's going to help you a little bit. It's going to help you promote because why? Kickstarter and Indiegogo make money off their platform as well, right? So if you're funded within the first 48 hours, you're going to get extra help from them. You get more promotion. You might go out on an email list, which goes out to millions of people. And at 1 million, think of a 1% conversion on 1 million people and what that could be. So one, we're going to set your crowdfunding campaign goal low. You'll set it around $25,000 if you think you can reach $100,000. There's really no set time limit when it comes to set for reaching $100,000. I mean, honestly, most of the campaigns that reach $100,000, I've seen one that set their goal at $100,000, and it took them 42 days to get to $100,000, and they finished at $103,000. I've seen campaigns set their goal at $10,000 and have $100,000 on the first day. So it varies depending on what you're selling, what type of work you've put in, what type of PR and all that you're going to have lined up in advance.
Got it.
All right. Well, I appreciate your question. And again, thank you for your service. Up next, we got Quentin. Quentin, how's it going, man?
Good, man. How you
Thank
doing?
you for your service.
No problem.
All right. So what is your question?
I just want to know how do you, or what are the keys to running a successful crowdfunding campaign?
What are the keys to running a successful crowdfunding campaign? It's really cool that you asked that because I can tell you we just made like a sales funnel where we got 3 videos. We call it the 3 keys to crowdfunding success. So I talked a little bit about one, which was overfunding. Another one I'm going to talk about is let's talk about your email list. We talked a little bit about that, your email list, and how you should have that built. You should at least have a few hundred people on your email list. And when I say a few hundred people, I don't mean like your closest friends and family, because they're all going to tell you whatever you want to hear. They're going to say, hey, your campaign's great. This looks like it's going to make $1 billion. You're going to be awesome. Yeah. But it's the outside point of view. It's like if you go to Vance, or if you go to myself, or if you go to our show producer, Brandon, and you ask them, that's that type of view that's important. That's what's more important is getting that type of person on there. Also, with your email list, you don't want to have just random people, you know, like let's say that we're going to go back to the shoelace product again. Let's say that you're doing a new type of shoelace, like this revolutionary shoelace. Maybe it ties itself, like what is that show? Yes, just like that. So maybe you've got some new self-tying shoelaces or something like that. You're going to have people that are interested in sneakers or interested in shoelaces or interested in those type of products. So that's the type of individuals that you're going to add to that list. So you've got to focus on building that email list in advance. That is one of the keys. Another key would be overfunding. Setting your goal low. That way, whenever you hit that low goal, you can use a series of stretch goals to kind of make it go farther, make it go longer, make it go bigger, you know, and really utilizing those backers that you got to start sharing. That is one of the biggest keys, is trying to get those backers to share. Overfunding is one of them. There's several other ways that you can do it as well. So I hope that kind of answers your question.
Definitely.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate your service. Thank
No
you
problem.
again. And thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Crowdfund Genius Live. As always, happy crowdfunding. ZACBOB out.